Begin. Let's check. Video's good. Okay. Play the game. Absolute Virtue's on tonight, and I call it delay of game because that is all we do. We're gonna drive and try to outvalue them with life gain. Life gain felt like an easy way to go since that is also delaying the game. So list. While we wait, we can prep the stream for tomorrow. Be the final list, which is how is it called? Cloud, the Boros one. I haven't played White in a while, so this will be kind of fun. Drawn. Sure. Sounds like we're about to start. To 9. Stream is planned for tomorrow. Not the final stream, but it'll be my 8th night in a row streaming, so. Won the die roll. Not bad. Soaring into Talzin to Soul Warden. It's a crazy good start. Against a Choco, Seeker Paradise, Joyra. I don't see these often, but all they do is cheap big stuff into play. These can shoot off my Warden pretty good. Interesting. Good thing we have a good strong start. Bad thing, uh, we're running out of stuff to do. Stuff to do really fast. Well, who could have saw that coming? That's something. It's really. People want to use their premium removal on my Soul Warden. They can go for it. The hell is this? Seaside Haven. Something I could play soon. It's got a soul ring, except for this guy. No one can't count because I think I could play my commander next turn, but I can't. Wow. Oh, for some reason I thought he played that, but that's not bad. He'll probably die, but I've got nothing else better to do. This guy really wants to leave, but he killed my Soul Warden. Gonna pass that. It's pretty good with that kind of stuff. Sells a card from everybody. It's one or more, so he only gets one card. Yeah, see him block with his face then. I wonder if it's this man had nothing to do with it. You play my commander? Guess why not? It's a beater. This turn I could play Redemption Choir, get my Soul Ring back, and see more cards. If my board stays intact. Sure. And this adds. You don't need to. We're okay with being suspended. We don't need our commander right now. It was just played because I had nothing else better to do, really. You know about the part where he gives it lifelink. That's annoying. keep the strike slower a lot longer than I expected. Don't need more land. It's intervention. I think I want more cards. What's up, man? Yeah, I love Dream Trawler too. I kill this because it's giving him cards. Annoying. This Heliod's intervention will be nice too. I can blow up 5 artifacts with it. Although most of it's just mana artifacts, I'm not really in a rush to cast it yet. I'd rather save it for something more annoying. Yeah, this is my budget list, so it works perfectly in here. Be fun. Is a demon deck. I wouldn't play Dreamcrawler in a big expensive list, but in this list, it's great. Just want a body with lifelink, evades, and draws 3 cards, and it just checks all his boxes. Man, Charmbreaker Devils, random. Wow, that's annoying. This guy loves taking off. Lucky for us, we have the mana to spare. Stock up now. That Final Fantasy, it sounds familiar. Oh yeah, this is. I've been seeing this a lot lately. It's an uncommon for $6. I know it's good, but it's not that good. I think it's crazy that it's going for $20. I actually went through the bulk bin at my local store and I picked one of these up because like I'm one of those types. They always give me shit when I do that, and then um, I wonder who's laughing now. I bet I could still go there and do that. Racetrack. Man, I want my Soul Warden down pretty badly. We just butt heads, but I'm worried that he's got like some kind of trick to put a land into play. Doesn't got it. Okay. We will gladly draw a card. Hopefully, it doesn't have a combat trick. He didn't have it. Called on his bluff. Thanks for the card. Detention Sphere. I guess propaganda is a good target, so is this. Maybe it's time to pull that trigger. My detention sphere will be a pretty good silver bullet to the bird tokens. We start blowing up everyone's stuff. Who am I more threatened by? Probably this guy. He's playing a lot of creature-based stuff, and I could just tank it with my commander's passive ability. So we'll beat on this guy. Oh, hold on. Propaganda. That's why I need to play it a little sooner. We'll tech the guy on the right for now. Pull up enchantments and what have you later. So I can pull up 3 enchantments or artifacts. Probably hit the propaganda and the lightning greaves. I don't want to do it now while he's only got 1 mana. I guess I only really want to hit 2, the propaganda and this. And then I could leave counter magic up with If You Can't Refuse. Probably only use it on a board wipe in this scenario. That's pretty ridiculous. My counter magic becomes pretty useless with this in play. It's probably too much. I said I was only. You know what? I can beat this board. I can beat this board with what's in play. I'll tolerate that. Be doing me more favors in play. Like he said, he had an answer for my commander. Kind of ain't bad. Doesn't help him. Maybe I will beat on this guy till he's on like single digit HP, so I get a maximum value out of this. We will not block. We don't need to. Just getting his bird lands. Like I said, our commander pretty much neuters other aggro lists. Anyways, so I call pretty damn lucky. Go one removal spell into another. Kill my thing, I'll kill yours. If he can do it, I can do it too, I guess. It's only fair. Nice thing about Possibility Storm is it only triggers when you cast it from your hand. Doesn't apply to our commanders. I still have a pretty good answer. Ooh, True Conviction. That kind of changes things. Now I want this guy to die so I can resolve that. Take damage. We got to light the soak. First, draw some cards with these. We start casting cheap stuff and try to get as much value to empty our hand. Not like that plan. Just play cheap things. Although we could wheel into a board wipe, which we don't want to do. We don't have a max hand size either, so we don't really care. No, because that would make our list um, a bracket 4 list. This is a budget list. I can't really compete on a budget in bracket 4 unless I'm playing like really degenerate shit. I kind of get why he plays Possibility Storm because he just suspends all the cards from his hand. Yeah, anything that messes with lands automatically makes your deck a bracket 4. That includes Winter Moon, unfortunately. Like if you go to Moxiel, then plug in Winter Moon into a list into one that's not bracket 4, it'll automatically go to bracket 4. It's really fucking obnoxious. Like people in bracket 3 or less, you just get free reign to play whatever you want land wise. There's no punishment. The only thing that really punishes this is a useless card because you can't cast it for the alternative editions. It's just a dead card. Um, but yeah, it's kind of lame. You can't mess with people's lands. Oh, sorry, I got sidetracked. The only way you could punish people for having greedy mana bases is punishing effects. So like um, price of progress kind of things. There's a lot of red and green cards that deal damage based on non-basics. You could still run those, and that's okay. You can also still do degenerate things like make people discard their hands, and that's not bracket 4. Honestly, I do that more often than lately because it's one of the very few things that's still not degenerate in the eyes of the whatever it's called. I play Mind Slicer and um, Awaken the Earthwall almost every chance I get. If I have card advantage from the zone, I take advantage of that. There's a possibility that he possibility storms into a board wipe. When put it past my luck, Wingmate Rock ain't bad. And I don't have anything to be getting back, so like I said, I think this is doing me a heck of a lot of favors. I think I'll beat on this guy. Kind of straddle the game for as long as I can, and then kill this guy at the very last possible moment, so I get all the benefits of being able to cast stuff with a full grip of cards, while this guy has nothing. I don't think this guy thought things through when he played that card at all. Like, how do you compete with this? Like, once this comes off the table, what chance does this guy have at competing with someone with 15 cards in hand and all the mana to play this stuff? Six, nine, plus four. It's 13, puts him down to five. Unless he blocks. Yeah, Possibility Storm only works when you have a better board than everyone else. He did not meet that requirement. Giving this guy some tips on how to play Possibility Storm. Yeah, I don't know. He said that Possibility Storm and sucks, and I told him that's not the case. He just played it wrong. It's a situational card. What's like interesting is like he said my deck's just going off when like I've only played 5 relevant permanents. It's like you can't really make that an argument either. That my deck just took off. Playing my commander, It's not necessary for me to win. It's just there to make the game difficult for everyone else. I mean, it helps that it's an 8/8. That's about it. Can whack people to death in 3 hits, but people have been chum blocking it, so that's not always enough. So if he wants to dump some more lands into play, he should be trying to kill this guy. That way he can play the cards from his hand. I think this is a bit of a mistake. He should have hit this guy. No, I'm just gonna let him sit here, and I'm gonna beat on this guy until he dies and save him for last. In either case, though, I guess it doesn't matter. He's kind of screwed. Lets him live, doesn't let him live. Oh yeah. We're just going through the motions here. I'd say this is a good learning experience. Made some pretty bad mistakes playing Magic too, especially stuff like this where you have to really evaluate the board before you play them. Something of value, even when you have a bad game to learn. I say this when I'm have a commanding lead, so it's it sucks for him. I've been there. You can be pretty blinded when you're in a bad mood. He's trying to counter his own suspend. Well, he's just casting everything he can. He is hoping to find a board wipe, I think. It's a bad move. Increases chances of finding cards. The ones that he needs. Time crafting. Not very useful. Now, if he wheels into a board wipe, he should have waited till after I declare my blockers. because then he could have got in for a good chunk of damage. Nice. He's choosing me. Well, Ulamog is a cast trigger. He doesn't have mana to play it, so I don't even choose. I'm guessing he gave him one pile to choose from and just gave him the full 7. They're brothers in arms right now. Fury Charm. Okay. Well, 29.5. Good temps. Good temps. We'll just take it on the old knob here. I think I could kill them both. If he swings out, I could kill them both in one go. Yeah. I wouldn't say that. I had a rough night yesterday. Life's, yeah, he needs 10 mana for Ulamog, so I could still string this guy along. I will say though, every game that I play, I make a play to win. At least every game. There's never like a point in a game that I don't have a shot at taking it over. So at least I can give myself credit for that. That is typical of me. I will admit, take responsibility for that. I like the art of this. Funny. Thirty cards in my hand. I don't remember like naturally having a grip this big ever. Yeah, wise choice. He probably drew into a board wipe, and that's why he's doing this. But we have all the counter magic in the world, so it really doesn't matter what he has at this point. He should have did this last turn. Killed him off. You have a snowball's chance in hell. Yeah, we're gonna counter that. Oh, a little bit of counter as well as controller pays 2 if you control a bird. Okay, we can pay 4. I don't mind. Nice. Later, dude. We have more counter magic just to be annoying. Actually, don't. Yeah, you can have that. Surprisingly, having 30 cards in hand, I only have one other counter spell. Just kill that thing and the only thing that flies and call it good. I think this was a perfect example of um, picking and choosing when to counter things. Because like I could have countered that possibility storm, and I didn't because I thought about what it would do to the game before I made that decision. And basically, I answered my own question of is it beneficial to me pretty darn easily. Yeah, and I only played a bunch of mana rocks, 5 creatures. I'll take some possibility storm. All right, now we play the delay of game. Not a budget. Dooba dooba. It's not bad. Got the One Ring, got 2 mana rock. I'll play it. see, Bile Smasher, Sakushima, Aragorn, and Dracusath. Maybe Iceman knows me. I don't know. You guys are pretty cool, very supportive. Strionic Resonator. Ooh. I haven't played a Sakushima Bile Smasher list in a long time. Or played against one, rather. I feel like Bile Smasher was really popular when the partners first came out. It was like in the top tier list, and then it just turned into like the meta slowly shifted into just farming cards, and Bile Smasher just fell out of favor, and it turned into just Thrasios Timna just to draw more cards. Or it's um, Timna and the zombie guy that draws cards, the red blue one. Is that a loss of words? Hopefully we draw land next turn. Nothing. Wow. Kept a risky hand. Oh, looks like he F6 to his turn. Really? is new to Moto. Ah, can draw into a land. That's a bummer. Guess I hit this. I don't want to pull the Graphs of Fate yet. Aragorn's really obnoxious. You just play with as many multicolored spells as you can to just get all these free effects. It's one of those kill on sight kind of dudes. It's just like imagine playing out a multicolored spell where you get the spell's effects and then you tack on all this other crap onto it and then you break that said spell. That's why it's so good. It adds up. Like most people assume it's not anything to be afraid of, but you should. Would have liked to play the One Ring for sure. He's dark blasting so he could dredge. I wonder what the reason behind that is. He must have a Crucible Worlds in his hand. Or something like that. They don't get another land and all. Grasp of Fate, hopefully this guy plays something relevant and this guy plays something relevant this turn. Just in case. So I don't want to just use this on like a rock. I'd rather hit things that's worthy of getting Grasp of Fated. See, now if Aragorn was in play, he would have made 2/1/1s. He would have done 3 damage to an opponent, and he would have scryed 2 times on top of, might be nothing now, but down the road this will draw him a bunch of cards. There we go. 3 relevant things now. I'm probably dragging way too much attention to myself by like removing things repeatedly, but I got nothing else better to do, unfortunately, because I keep not getting lands. The signal that I am cooking with a lot of gas, though. You see me draw land. For how slow this game is going, if I was able to play the One Ring on curve, we would be not behind right now. We'd probably be ahead of everyone else. That's charm. Yeah, this is a storm list. Go on top with casting spell slinger stuff. He plays a lot of stuff. He brings effects like this. Well, I'm behind in lands, and I'm not doing anything, so hopefully this guy doesn't beat up me for no good reason. But who knows? It's almost like my Grass Fade did nothing. I can get it back with Sun Titan if I live long enough. This guy has all the mana in the world and card advantage. Do not ignore this. Alright. Stuff like this gets under my skin pretty quick. He's got like the perfect setup over there, and he still beats on me for whatever reason. I'm on turn 5 and I have 3 mana. I've missed 3 land drops. Okay, we'll get a drink while I wait for my turn. And I'm sure I'll get beat down by this guy in the middle. If I had to bet. Oh, what a shocker. Deals 9, then you may cast an instant or sorcery in the graveyard without paying its costs. Spell it putting great exile on set. Okay. Yeah, that's our whole breach. This is a sad pile to choose from, though. Like I said, he's playing Storm. They play cheap and efficient spells. They don't play big haymakers like this guy was looking for. Cool. And I took the 9 damage apparently when I was gone. Why not? Been dead last. The threat with 3 mana. Come get some on turn 6. Makes sense why he was doing the shenanigans with, the hell is it called? The dredge card. Dark Boar. Yeah, this is what I mean by like the little jabs from this, the Boros charm and this dragon gets under my skin. Well, this guy gets to do whatever it is he wants. I don't know why he gets to do whatever he wants, but these guys make it so. Get jabbed by a bunch of random bullshit for no good reason at all. Took 10 damage. Well, 19 actually, because I got randomly hit by this and that trigger. again, this guy, the guy that just hit me with the Boros charm, just admitted that like every time he plays against Aragorn, stuff like this happens. But yet you hit me with the goddamn Boros charm. Why did you do that then? If you knew that this happens. He's got a 13 card lead over everybody. Now, you care when this happens. Could have been, well, actually, I don't think it could have been prevented, but he should be at least in the 20s in terms of life total from getting hit by this in the Boros turn. Feel. This guy's figured it out. Gets string me along. If he kills his best competitors first, then the likelihood of me beating him is very low. It blew up. I bet it's a some counter magic of some kind. Fun. Why didn't you attack? Why are you letting him play comfortably? You're not gonna block with this anyways. You might as well hit something. It could and it should hit this guy for being a pill. turn, I can Sarah's Paragon. Doesn't feel good. Gains me life, which I kind of need. Get the fetch land. A big delve spell. So actually, we do have protection, so if it hits us, we don't care. If it's the dragon player, he's pretty screwed. Hit him twice. He's in like lethal range. Pretty sure dragon player's gonna die. Cleansing Nova, which I would play if I drew it. I like how the Vile Smasher player is talking like we're friends after he hit me with the Boros Charm for like no good reason. It's pretty sick. Didn't know this existed. Hits multiple things and it takes away the biggest thing. that dragon's dead. This is dead, and one of the Vial Smashers is gone. I would take away the original Vial Smasher because it's cheaper to cast. Don't take away the Sakashima version. So much for getting some life back with Passion Protector. That ain't gonna happen. It's kind of board wiper bust at this point. And even then, it feels like an uphill battle because this guy in the middle's got so much mana. Hey man, what's up? Looks like we're gonna die soon. Had a bad game. I didn't see my third land until turn 6. So far behind. I played the budget list first and I had a blast. I kind of whooped in that game. Wasn't even close. What's crazy about this list is I have more ramp in it than the budget version, and I didn't draw it. Like I have 2 6 drops and like 2 7 drops. Actually, I think I have more 6 drops. But the point being is my curve is pretty low, and I don't know, drew it up really badly. Like I kept it because I had 1 ring, 2 lands, and a Fellwar Stone. I'm like, okay, I should curve into this nicely, and then it just never did. And then I took pock shots from the Vial Smasher player and the Dragon player. Yeah. For whatever reason, these two were taking shots at me when I had 3 lands on turn 5 and 6. I'm like, what are you doing? It's like, I don't understand why people do that when this guy had this in play and Faber Elder, and it's just the recipe, mana, and card draw. They just ignored this and let him get to what he's at right now, and here we are, just watching this guy play. What's weird also is like the Vial Smasher player was talking like how we're buddies and whatnot. Yeah, this guy was talking like we're buddies when he was part of that equation of taking pock shots at me. And then he says in the chat that yeah, this is kind of what all the Aragorn decks do. Yeah, like if he knew that, then why are you hitting me with random spells? Like the trigger is random, but he was targeting me with like things like Boros Charm and stuff like that. they start waking up to like who's the threat when the threat starts beating them. You know what I mean? Like they were letting him do whatever he wanted until he was hitting him with a 12-12 ape. Now they have their attention. Need a chain reaction or a blasting sack from this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Come on, blasting sacks. Okay. I would have killed the Favor Elder. I guess it ties up his mana a little bit. He's got so much of it. Give me a board wipe. Get 3 draws. Yeah, I don't know. Give it to me. No, this is not bad. Need to block something, so I guess the map waits. Some life back. Right back to where I left off. Correction. Well, I should have got a cost to equip, so never mind. I'm gonna equip it anyways. He just skipped through his turn again. This guy skipped through his turn earlier. Yeah, all the mana in the world. Seven, but this is a creature card. I don't know, multicolored. That's really good in that list. Well, he plays multicolored stuff. I had 10 more life. I might have been able to survive just a little bit longer. We need this confusing. Oh, This guy just power up his Aragorn. Yeah, silly. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna die. Oh no, I'm fine. I'm just focusing on answering this guy's question. He's new. It's the first game he's ever played on Moto, so I've been just concentrating. Yeah, later, dude. I'm gonna go to bed too. Uh, Giving him advice about the right-click menus. He doesn't know the lingo of like yield through the turn or no possibility, possible play yield alt. He doesn't know the extent of that stuff. So he's just like, uh, he was worried that if he hits like no possible play yield alt, he gets nothing at all. That's just not the case. And then the yield through turn, he doesn't know what that means either. It would come off as self-explanatory, but um, it happens. As a nurse, I get weird stuff that come up like that all the time, where people ask me things that seem obvious, but they're not to them. So I'm pretty patient with individuals in general. Pretty understanding. We had one good game, and we had a not so great second game. But that's part of Magic. Tomorrow we're playing Cloud, and that'll be end of the streaming marathon. We're streamed every night. I want to work on a more of a project, kind of a deep dive into some Magic related, but um, I don't know. I kind of want to explore the, I guess, spending habits of players, why we do what we do, despite us getting, you know, crappy products, crappy printing. Like, I don't know why we tolerate and keep spending money. So I want to do some research into that and make a video about it. Because it is fascinating. I don't know how Wizards of the Coast can be selling products that are defective and in large quantities to us, and we just keep buying it up anyways. So my like first general impression of the issue is I feel like we lack a lot of self-respect, and it's probably a combination of like diehard players, people have been playing for years that like we're at a point of no return, I kind of fall in that category, and then I think a lot of it has to do with like secret layers or like the universes beyond. Is it attracts a lot of new audiences, and they don't know that card quality is bad. So like Final Fantasy is a good example. It attracts a lot of people that are brand new to the game. So like they don't know, they don't have an expectation for card quality. They've never had card quality that old players have had, where we've developed expectations, and they think that's the norm, which it is the norm because it's been like that for years. But like I feel like you could only print so many universes beyond. You're gonna run out of IPs to buy, I guess. It also kind of like sheds a light on like why the non-universes beyond do so badly, because it doesn't attract that new player base, and then all it does is just piss off the old players that you know don't want crimp cards, don't want ink blotches on their cards, and then the sets do terrible. So like these last couple of sets for Magic have been god awful, and I don't think it has to do anything with the cards themselves. I think it has to do with the card quality. Um, so like Tarkir was awful in terms of card quality. So is Aether Adrift. So is Innistrad Remastered. So is Foundations. And like these sets are in the tank right now. Like they're dirt cheap. No one really wants them. Comparatively, I should be more specific because like you look at these, you're like, oh no, they're pretty expensive, but it's a pretty steep drop off. We have 4 cards that are above $20, and then we go to single digits immediately after. And like some of these are like special versions, like these are full arts. That means you could get the regular versions for a lot cheaper. Kind of look at the sealed stuff. Yeah, this is more accurate of what to expect price wise. Whole lot of duds. You can get there's no sealed product that's one box on TCG Player. It's kind of weird. You can only get the cases. It does feel really strange. There we go. Yeah, what the heck? You can't even buy non-cases of stuff anymore. That's really peculiar. It's just people are just buying it all up as fast as they can. See, this is stuff I want to do research into and make a video about, because this looks bizarre to me that you can only get cases of things and not just singleton booster boxes. But I look forward to making that video and doing a bunch of research, because it's in a, I don't know, it's a realm that I've never really delved into on the channel, and I want to answer some questions I've had for myself. I've been thinking about for a long time, and that's, are we bad consumers, or is there something more behind that? So, hope you all had a good night. I'm gonna go to bed, get ready for work. Bye.